Okay, everybody, let me just wait till I can see the screen in front of me. And then I'm going to pop over. We're going to give people a couple of minutes to pop in here.
In the meantime, I got myself my Valor. I'm going to roll this thing up.
Yes, do it.
Abundance.
Boom, pow. All right, where's my phone? Okay, I'm going to get you in front of me. I'm going to get the phone. I'm going to get the phone in front of me. As you guys are coming in, tell us what you're eating for breakfast. We're doing an early one. This is so much fun, you guys. Let's see. There we are. Oh, man, we already have people here. That is so cool. Let me click on it, turn my volume down. All right, just so I see if you guys have any questions. So, hi, everybody. I have Nancy Francis here. I call her Nancy Pants in Diamond Lane. That is, I don't know if you realize I call you that, but I do.
No
and
problem.
I love it.
All good.
If you don't, please let me know. But Deb said she's having her coffee. Yes, let's all just have coffee together today. This is going to be the best.
Cheers.
Yes.
For Nancy, my water.
Yeah, Nancy's in Switzerland, you guys. So it's what, 3 o'clock there?
It's 3 o'clock here, so we're drinking water.
So she's on her water.
With
and
lemon vitality.
Ooh. Have you gotten the drops yet? Or no?
No, because it's in the US. We don't have it in Europe.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Hashtag jealous.
I didn't just ask that. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Kayla. So let's go ahead and just kind of jump into it. My first question, whenever people want to hear real life stuff from Go for Gold, first of all, we do these things because I don't want to be the one talking about Go for Gold and like what it's about and stuff, because you guys don't care, and you shouldn't care what I have to say about it. You should care what people that are taking it have to say about it, right? Like, who cares what anybody, if somebody's talking about their own program, shut up, right? Like, the people that are taking the program are the ones that need to be talking about it, because that's where the truth is. So Nancy, what was life like before you took Go for Gold?
Oh my gosh, like it wasn't what it is now, that's for sure. Gosh, it was just like, you know what, I've been looking for something that was gold for gold, and I had it in my head, but I just wasn't going anywhere. I felt like I was just spinning the wheels, all the wheels, and every book and every planner and every course and trainings and leadership, and I went there, like I would spend tickets to go overseas and, trainings, because I'm in Europe, I'm in Switzerland. We don't have all the luxuries, Young Living training over there. So yeah, I wasn't going anywhere. I was basically just spinning the wheels everywhere. And it was getting tiring.
Yeah. Well, there's a point where you try and you try and you try, and then finally you feel like maybe you've tried everything. And you were working with Royal Crown Diamonds, right? Weren't you like you were going to the events to rub elbows with them, and then also you were having like some one-on-one stuff with different ones and things like that. And this is still okay. All right.
Yeah, like, so when I heard, because see, like being in Europe and especially Switzerland, like I don't have a big team. I mean, I've been here for 5 years. Let me just give you guys just a little bit of context. I signed up in the US, and I love the oils. I did not want to build a business. No way. I'm like, I don't want to sell stuff, but just give me the oils. And then I came to Switzerland and I couldn't find a job because French is not my mother tongue and it's not my strong language. So I had a hard time looking for that. And then my sister told me, hey, you know what, you should look into the business. I was like, nope. And then I did. I ran into an income little graphic thing, and I was just like, no way. There's no way people are making that, selling oils. I'm like, I love the oils. And if I can tell people about it, why not? So that happened. And then I started, like, I loved everything. I went through all the trainings and everything. I signed up with Royal Crown Diamonds one-on-one, you guys. And I got all the training. It was a wonderful experience to hear from them, but it didn't do anything for me. Like I've learned a lot, but it's just like, you know, that you just try, and I'm like, maybe it's just a different way of teaching. And I really felt like I was the weirdo. I'm like, maybe I just don't know how to learn well, you know? And I just went through different ones. And then I heard a Crown Diamond, she was going to spend her holidays or her vacation in Switzerland, and I drove those 2 hours to and from to go see her. I'm like, I'm gonna be here in the lobby until she comes down. And she was wonderful. She's like, Nancy, sit down. And she trained me, she helped me, but it just ended there. Like I left with the enthusiasm, but then it's like, where do I start? But then you know, so I spent over 2.5 years. My current rank right now is an executive. I went 2.5 years like I did game plan. Oh my gosh, I rocked game plan, and I got everything, but I just got drained out because I did like 20 some classes in 1 month. It was like back to back to back, and I got drained out, and it like set me back for 3 months because I just didn't. I'm like, this is not sustainable, and I can't train my leaders this, because if I'm drained, you guys, I don't have kids, I don't have pets, I've got a, you know, supporting husband, I've got time. And if it drained me out, it's not duplicable for other people. So I just kept searching and searching and searching. And then I came to gold diggers. I mean, gold diggers, sorry. We are gold diggers. We are gold diggers. I came to gold getters. And I was just like, you know what, Martha, I'm going to share this real quick. I was like, I fell in the dumps in spring last year. I felt so bad in the dumps. I left Switzerland to the US to go get professional help. Oh, and I'll just leave it there. Yeah. You know, because I'm not going to, you know, that's just a different thing. Sure. It was like, I was done. I'm like, I love what I do, but I just can't get traction. And then I prayed and everything, and I said, you know what, God, you've got to just give me, like, throw me a bone, you know, like, you know, my heart, you know, my desires to help people. Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm going through everything, you know. I mean, seriously, all the groups and everything. I mean, I lived, breathed Young Living. You know, you tell me I've done it because I'm a green. I love to research. And it's like, people don't want the, you know, molecular breakdown, like you said. It's like, people just want to be loved and stuff. So yeah. From there, I like, seriously, like this November, December, I like was praying and said, you know what, God, it's a new decade. I want to start over. Like, tell me, like, if this is right for me, because I don't want to. And my husband's like, you know what, Nancy, there's UN jobs here. You can apply. I was like, oh, heck no, I'm not going to the UN. You'd have to pay me $2 billion to work for the UN. I'm sorry. It's just not, that's just not, I don't thrive in that community. Maybe for others, but not for me. Been there, done that. So when seriously, the week when I heard somebody mention your group in a different group, and of course me, like, I'm agreeing, I'm like, I'm gonna go research the heck out of this. And I was just like, no way, there's no way that this is like aligns to what I needed. Martha, you were an answered prayer. Like, seriously. And to me, like, I know, and I know it's so, like, that puzzle piece it fit right into mine. It was just like, there is no doubt, like, this is my answered prayer. And it was like the skies opened. And I said, I'm going full force right now, no matter what, because right now I have a no doubt that this is the training that I needed. This is like, I already feel it. And I told my husband, like, do I need to sleep? Because I just want to do everything. And he's like, Nancy, you're teaching health and wellness. You need to sleep. And I was like, darn, but I love it so much. Why do I need to sleep? He's like, you've got to be an example for others. I'm like, okay, that's true. I got to sleep. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't sleep. I'd do everything because I love it so much. It aligns with everything that I've been looking for. You guys, let me tell you, the training, the way you approach to people, how not to be salesy, like just being a normal human, you know. And it's, you know, it's, people think, oh, it's rocket science. It's not rocket science. You're just a normal human. How do you do it social media? Like you did it in real life. Like if you were gonna go see somebody at a coffee shop, hey, I like your shoes. Where'd you buy them? Oh, you know, I got them here. You know what? That's cool. Are you new to the country? Whatever. And then you go take it from there. Like you're a normal human, but you're doing it on social media, you know? Yeah. Sorry, I went off a tangent, but I just want to tell you, like, Martha, you're seriously an answered prayer. Like it was confirmed.
Oh, Thank you so much. That that means a lot. It means a lot to me. That's the because that's what whenever because we all come here with our own gifts, right? And whenever you get into your lane and you're utilizing your gifts and you're serving people with your gifts, it just feels good and it's easy to do. So people are like, "How do you do all this stuff?" I don't know. I like doing it. Like this is what I like doing. So I'm kind of playing all the time, right? Like so but to have other people say like, "Oh, this means so much," that's like that's why we come in with these different gifts, right? So my challenge to everybody watching is like, think of what your gifts might be and then also be able to serve in that way. And whenever you're in Go for Gold, you'll understand why you need to be serving in that way, because that's
Yeah.
another. It's cool to be able to wake up in the morning, and I know that you feel this now. Well, if you've gone to sleep, but when you wake up in the morning and are excited about your day and excited about what cool stuff's going to happen, instead of like that sense of dread where you're like, okay, I'm going to have to do something today that I don't want to do, and this is going to like I don't really know where this business is going. I don't see the plan, and if I don't see the plan, then I can't be confident about its success if I can't see a plan. Like there's a lot of people, and I give you guys all of the props in the world. There are some people, actually a lot of people, that have been working this business for over 5 years, for some of you over 10 years, some over 15 years,
Mhm.
that still had not had the system and the plan in place, but you guys stuck with it. And that is like, do you understand how amazing that is? And now you get to take off. And that's the fun part, because now you've got the answer. But it's so cool to me to see so many people committed to Young Living, as we should be, because Young Living is boss, right? But so committed that even though you didn't see how you were going to be able to do it, you stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it over years, over decades. I mean, like, that is just so amazing to me. Um,
It speaks on the loyalty as well, Martha. And two things I wanted to share that just came to my mind, and I had my notes, but one thing that it's the same. I've been with Young Living for 5 years,
uh-huh.
and Gary, like his tenacity and his just like his heart, to me, I was just like, man, I love Gary because I gravitate to rebellious people because it's like I love to be the underdog, to be against the like flow of things, and I just love Gary, his story, and I was like, man, this guy is awesome. And two, when I knew, like when I bumped into your program, Martha, okay, so if you know, like I'm in a 3-level building where I live, and my loft right now, like this whole room is all like my Young Living stuff. And I have everything. But if you see, it's like, have you seen those houses, like those hoarders, where it's just like, oh my gosh, and you just like want to throw a match at it? Uh,
Yeah.
my place was like that all this time because I just was so drained of like, man, I'm still executive another year. I'm still executive another year. And like everybody's ranking up, and you're just like, one of my like sadness part, or like things that I was just super like, it just threw me down depression, is when I went to convention and I stayed like at the Cockroach Motel. Like to me, it was just like everybody's staying in like all these big hotels, and I'm at the Cockroach Motel, and it was just like, for me, it was like a big revelation. Like, I am not going to come back and stay at our Cockroach Motel anymore. Like, to me, it was like my lowest point. And then I came home to this mess of like Hoarderville, and I'm just like, I don't even know how I'm going to clean this mess. But when I came into your program, I saw this, like, Martha, like, just this like energy like took over me. I cleaned my place like within hours, and I was just like, because I needed a workspace to do your thing. I was like, I can't work in this mess. I need a work environment that's going to be and I got all of this stuff, and then my husband's like, you would never have clients. Like, I'm like, I would never, like, there's nothing, like, I needed to hire somebody to clean that, but I did it all myself because I was so determined that this like surge of energy just like that's why I know, like, oh man, without a shadow of a doubt, this is it. Like, I'm not like, I'm going full force. I'm not turning back. No way. And I just want to tell people, like, I share people about the group and they're like, oh yeah, this and that. And I was like, you guys take front row seats, bring popcorn and just watch me. That's it. Watch my fruits. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. We don't even have to convince people. It's just like, you can just watch what's happening. That's kind of people in my life that are close to me. Cause the closest people to you are like, I know you, like you're not that cool. And like that's it. And so like the people in my life closest to me, they're like, now finally, are like, so what's going on over there? And I'm like, well, let's have coffee. Let's, like that's what happens though. Whenever you start modeling what your life has changed into, then they're going to be like, oh, dang. Okay, now let's talk. And that's the time to talk to somebody, because when you talk to them and they're not ready to be talking about things, they're not ready, right? They're not ready.
Right.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Brenda said after last night's call in the Diamond Lane, I couldn't shut my mind off to go to sleep. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Okay, so whenever you decided to get, I think it was Golden 6. Whenever you got it, it's now Go for Gold, same exact thing. Whenever you decided to get that, did you have any reservations at all when you were like, and if you had reservations, what were they? Were they like, I've spent, X number of dollars already on different courses and they didn't really do anything, or didn't do what I thought they were going to do? And did you have anything like that? Or were you just like, listen, we're doing this?
I initially didn't, because of like I said, it was that puzzle piece that just like the aha moment. But the green in me was like, you know what? I'm going to go like research the heck out of, I did, Martha. I like searched you. I'm like, bad reviews, Martha Krejci, and this and that. You know what I mean? Google everything.
Are there any out there? Did you find any?
No, but I'm like, oh, but she's good at SEO, so But no, but seriously, like I didn't have, but I was just like, things like that. And I'm like, and if I find something, so what? Like it still aligns to everything I want to do. You know what I mean? And what did I do of a year from now? Nothing. So what's the difference? Nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go full on force. And I usually don't. I'm very reserved. Like, you know what? Let me test the waters a little bit and let me hear what people are saying. I have not heard one negative review or anything like that. And I'm just like, okay, this is good. And then when a lot of people don't really like jump on board, to me, that's a good sign. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? So yeah. I knew it, but still I had like my reservations, but I didn't listen to them. I was just like, you know what? They're there, but I like my certainty was overpowered that for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, that takes care of the next question. Now, the last question then would be, seeing if anybody was asking questions. Last question would be, what are you excited about for the future now? What's your future look like? What are you excited about? Yeah.
Gosh, like I'm so scared because like I have BHAGs, like big, hairy, audacious goals. Like my goals scare me, but that's good because like Gary said, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. And I was like, Gary, I want to live on the edge. Yeah. So so the next things, it's just like, for me, it's like, how am I going to share this to like my leaders, or how am I going to do it? I'm like, you know what? I'm not even there yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And I'm like, Martha's already done it. If anything, I can always go to her. I'm not going there with blind eyes,
Yeah.
Or anything like that. So to me, I'm just like, where before I would be like, oh, I'm not too sure. And now I'm just like, I'm trusting the system, which I never have before. So that's the difference with now. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to trust it. I'm just going to go with it. So I'm just like, I'm really excited of like growing my team, of having like respect now, because I've always been wishy-washy, inconsistent. And I actually made this bracelet. It says consistency. Yes. Because I put this thing to remind me, because it's like so annoying. And I was just like, oh, I need to be annoyed. And no, like, Nancy, you got to be consistent, Nancy. And those are two of my words for this year, is clear and consistent, because I've never been clear. I've always been kind of hiding, cowering, and things like that. I'm like, I'm not going to hide anymore. I'm not going to be scared. It is what it is, and I love it. If people can like market a whoopee cushion, why can't I market my oils? You know? So I'm
Right.
not scared anymore. And I'm just like, so I'm really excited of what's going to happen. I'm really scared, but I'm not going to feed into my fear, you
I'm
know?
glad you're scared though. You should be
Yeah.
scared. That's
Yeah.
if people hear nothing else from today, if you're not scared about what is coming up, then it's probably not very big, okay?
Yeah.
Because whenever something big, when you're getting ready to up level like crazy, when you're getting ready to up level like a boss, you are going to freak the fluff out. I'm not kidding. Like something will happen and you'll be like, oh my goodness, like I just can't. I talked about this in 20 and 30 the other day. Like you're gonna feel like, oh, okay, I'm getting small. Like I don't know, this is scary. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm willing to do this. Yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna feel that way. That means you are right there. All you have to do is keep going, and then like within a day or so, you're gonna just like crash through that glass ceiling that your head is bumping up against. It's like growth, right? So you're
Yeah.
moving up, you're moving up. Now what's that fear going to do to you? Is it going to keep you right here, or are you going to crash through it and then just obliterate whatever your goals were?
Yeah.
And then you'll feel it again the next time that you go to up level. It just keeps happening. It keeps happening and it keeps happening. So don't think that you got through one and now you're just good, because you're not.
Yeah.
You will go through other ones, but remember, it's easier to trust going through those times when you've been through one and you see the other side. Then it's like, okay, cool. I feel it. Let's go. I feel it. Let's go. I feel it. Let's go. And yeah, once that fear happens, you know you're close. That's the good
Yes.
stuff. That's really, really good. It means you're about to make some really huge changes.
That's awesome.
Now so this will be the last question, so we won't keep you and everybody this morning. What would you say to somebody that is thinking about doing Go for Gold, that is just sort of like on the fence? What would you say to that person?
I say just jump off the fence and just dig in, because what do you have to lose? Like, you have nothing to lose. You're sitting on the fence. So I say try it. And how much you work for it is going to give you the results. So if you're just like, being a flake about it, you're going to get flaky results. You know what I mean? So it's just like what you put in is what you get out. So if you're sitting on the fence, you're just wasting time sitting on the fence. That's actually what you're doing. You're just wasting time. So instead of wasting time on the fence, just, you're not going to waste time in goal getters, you guys. So like, stop thinking about it. If you really want to crush your goals for this decade, starting like this month, like, do it. Yeah. And, I was thinking, like, Nancy, like, I was telling myself, man, all those trainings and all the RCDs that I got to, meet with and stuff like that. What I did different, like, what I have not signed up, you know what, you guys, I still would have gone through all of that, because that only tested the things that that don't work for me, for like my personality. Maybe, other things work for you, and everybody's got to find it. Like, some people don't want to do social media. That's cool. Some people rather do one-on-ones. That's cool. Like, you find where you thrive. And I found, like, this is where I thrive. Like, I finally, like, the stars aligned. I was like, yes, thank you, God. So, but you won't know unless you try it. Yep. That's it.
Yep. Amen to that. Okay, well, we're dropping the mic on that. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks for spending time with us here. Thank you, guys and goal getters. Thanks for spending time with us. This video will be up on YouTube as well if you ever want to share it with anybody. So, Nancy, I'll get you the link to that if you want later. And yeah, everybody have an awesome day. And yeah, that's it. Let's just have an awesome day.
Yes. Bye, Martha. Thanks so much.
Of course.